Hey friends, Sleepy here and welcome to a new pickups video. Today I'm going to share with you guys everything that I received for my birthday. I actually just had my birthday on January 14th. I turned 35, which I know, I can't believe I'm already 35. Like, God, I feel like I was just 23. But time has been going by quickly. I mean, that's how it is. My wife and I will be celebrating 11 years together this July. Our son is in high school and he'll be turning 16 and becoming a sophomore in the fall. Just me, man. I remember when he was a tiny little dude, and now he's taller than myself and he's taller than my wife. So, I mean, time does fly by, and that's why you gotta make sure you make time for your family, make time to enjoy your games, enjoy life, everything. Because before you know it, you're gonna be an old dude, and the world has gone by you. So make sure you take time to slow down and enjoy life, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, spend time gaming and having fun. Try not to worry about all the crazy drama that goes on. Sit back and relax and enjoy your life. So definitely something I recommend doing. Uh, but I had a really good birthday. We went over to my parents' place. My mom bought a cake, but then she also made a cake that I took with me to work, because I unfortunately had to work on my birthday. But it's all right. The day before, I got to have dinner with them, and my parents gave me a gift card to my favorite game store, so I was able to pick up some stuff that I wanted. Also, hit up the GameStop. My brother took me to a game store. He was here recently and bought me some games for my birthday. And then he also donated a bunch of unwanted games that he's done beating to my collection. And then my wife also got me some stuff. So we'll start off with the first thing my wife got me is she renewed my subscription to Xbox, the official magazine. So she got me 2 more years of the magazine, which is great. So I have 2 more years of getting the Xbox magazine, which I absolutely love. I'm going for a complete official Xbox magazine set. I have almost all the North American ones. I have a little list. I think I need like maybe 7 or 8 issues to complete it. And now, I've been getting all the ones from the UK, and I'll keep getting them, and I plan to stay subscribed to the magazine until the day that they finally shelve it and are done with it, because I'm sure eventually it will be. But until then, I do enjoy getting the magazines, and these are always packed with great little extras. Like this one came with an extra Star Wars magazine, but sometimes they come with comic books, they come with music CDs, sometimes they come with little DLC on a disc, and they also have cards and all kinds of cool little collectibles that I like. So I definitely like having the physical magazine, because I'm not going to pay money to read a digital one, because I can get that same information anywhere else. I like to have a physical magazine in my hand that I can read years from now. So I love the magazine. So happy to have that, and that was an awesome gift from her. She also got me a collector's edition for Xbox One. Now, my buddy Steve Baker, he mentioned this in one of our Xbox groups, that there was a collector's edition for Xbox One, super cheap. The price like around, I think with the tax, it was $12.90, and that was with free shipping. And, I took a risk. I figured, hey, if they don't send it to me, eBay's got the buyer protection. I can always get my money back. And so I had my wife get me this one, and that was Deus Ex Mankind Divided, the collector's edition. And it actually came brand new sealed in excellent condition. You get a cool Adam Jensen figure, a 9-inch one. It has a steel book with the game. It also has an art book in there, and then it's supposed to have digital content, a covert agent pack, extra in-game mission, a digital OST sampler, and then it's supposed to also have some digital books. Now I already have this game out. Yeah, I have a copy, a regular copy of the game. So I'm going to just leave my collector's edition sealed. I have no reason to open it, especially right now. I don't have room to display the figure in the game room, but I will have the box. I think I'm going to put it over there next to my Max Payne collector's edition and Titan Quest collector's edition. But, it was such an awesome deal to get for $12.90. They ended up selling like 664 copies. Some little game store had these, and they shipped it in a priority mail. It was 3 days. Was in a box with tons of bubble wrap that they took care. So I don't know what it cost them to ship this out, but there's no way they really made any money on it. I think they must have had just a pallet of these, and they really just wanted to get rid of them. I know some people were buying like 10 at a time just because they knew they wanted to resell them in their own shop, or maybe resell them online. I just got the one, and I'm happy with it. So awesome. love collector's editions, and when you can get them cheap like that, it's definitely worth picking up. So that was really good. And Steve, I want to thank you so much for sharing this with me, because I jumped on that deal and it was like 2 days later they were all gone. So that was a great gift to get for my wife. For myself, I actually found some a pre-order bonus, and I absolutely love these for my collection. You guys know I love collecting these. Found a good deal. I don't remember what I paid, but I think it was like around, I don't know, maybe $12 or $14 shipped. And that is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, lenticular little cards. They were actually given out by EB Games, and on the back it says, "Thank you for pre-ordering Knights of the Old Republic 2 for Xbox at EB Games. Get it first at EB Games on December 7th. You could then have a coupon here, $20 off Mercenaries for PS2 or Xbox. So get $20 off Mercenaries for your PlayStation 2 or Xbox when you trade in 2 select PS2, Xbox, or GameCube games." And they would scan this little coupon on the back. And now, of course, you didn't turn this in. They just scanned it when you traded in, and you get $20 off. You got to keep it. And it's a pretty cool little pre-order bonus that you got at EB Games for Knights of the Republic. They actually had 3 with it, which I wasn't sure if it was... you got 3 of them, or if you were only getting 1, because it said there was 3 of these available, and they were sold fast. Like, as soon as I bought one, the other 2 sold fast. And so I was surprised when I noticed I got 3 copies of this. So that is awesome. These look great. I love lenticular cards, and these are pretty rare to get these days. I remember seeing these at EB Games. I just had never pre-ordered the game and didn't know much about the Knights of the Republic games at that time that they were released. And so I did not, pre-order the game at all, but I'm happy to have it. It's awesome, to get some of these pre-order bonuses, and it's a great little birthday gift to myself, so I really like that. Now we'll go over to stuff I got with the gift card I got from my parents. First up at the game store, I got a PlayStation Portable, so a PSP game, and that was Tales of the World Radiant Mythology, and this was $10. It's in pretty good condition. There's a little crease on the cover. My buddy told me that they had to replace the case because it actually was broken when it got turned in, so they replaced that. So it was a little beat up, but it's a fun little RPG game. It just looked kind of cool from what I saw online, so I figured I'd give it a try. And it was also complete. So I'm looking forward to checking that out, which I'm building up my PSP collection. Now, that's one of my goals for this year. I shared in my goals video, is I want to build up my PSP collection while I can find them right now. The game stores have been releasing more of them from their warehouse, and have been a lot of cheap $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $8, $10, $12 games. And so I've got a list of ones I'm looking out for, and I'm looking forward to picking up more PSP games this year. Definitely fun games, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. I did find a PS1 game, and it just looked kind of cool. Didn't know a whole lot about it. I checked out some gameplay of it, and it's a on-rails shooter, playing similar, like if you guys played those old Rebel Assault 2 was on the PC and the PlayStation 1, with the cheesy graphics and the music and voice acting, everything. So I wanted to pick it up, and that was a copy of the Hive for PS1. I only paid $6 for this. Now, I did not know this, but this is a pretty expensive game online. It would be more like $40-$50 or more for a copy, and there's only a few. There's like one on there brand new, someone wants like $150 for. So I was definitely glad that I picked it up and did not leave it behind. It's in pretty good condition. I mean, the case is a little cracked, which I can easily replace. Discs are minty. The manual's a little worn from use, but it has both discs in great condition, and it's a title that I look forward to playing more. I played a little bit of it. It's definitely has that old school difficulty, but it's a cool little rail shooter, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. So definitely glad I have the Hive. Now we'll go on to, went to GameStop, and I got 2 games. I had like 80-some thousand points that I've been building up over the years, and I decided, I wanted to use some of them, to use 50,000 of them to get a $50 gift card to the store, because, I don't know how much longer GameStop's going to be around with their business practices and how they're, closing some locations down and how they're just not doing well financially. I would hate to just go in one day and they're gone and lose out on all that digital stuff that I saved up. So I used it and redeemed $50 gift card, and I picked up 2 titles. And the first one I got, This was brand new, so it was $60. Actually, both of these are brand new. They're $60 each. But that was a copy of Super Mario Odyssey, and the guy has, I was going to get one off the shelf. They was still sealed, obvious, which is, usually they're like sealed open. It was actually sealed, and the dude's like, hey, the same price. Would you like to get the one with the Traveler's Guide? And I said, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, give me that one. And he grabbed the last one they had. It was still brand new and sealed, so I got that. And it comes with this cool little Traveler's Guide to the game, and has lots of information and stuff about Super Mario Odyssey, different characters and stuff, and has great little pictures and stuff. So definitely was cool to get that one. The game was sealed, but obviously I opened it because I intend to play this game. It's not just sit in the collection. I want to actually enjoy it. So I do have the game here, and I had rented this game a long time ago. Absolutely love it. And one thing I'd never even noticed because I rented it, obviously didn't have the case. It actually has lyrics to that Jump Up Superstar song in the inside cover. So I thought that's pretty neat. But this is a fantastic game for Nintendo Switch. This is a must-own. If you have the Nintendo Switch, you have to get Mario Odyssey. Wonderful game. I'm in the very beginning of the game. I had rented it and played it, but continuing my adventure in it, and there's so much stuff to do in this. Wonderful story. Graphics are wonderful as well. Highly recommend you guys check this out. And using that gift card between these two games with tax and everything, it broke down to about $37.50, about $38 each, which I think is a great deal for these because these never go on sale. I mean, even when they're used, they're $55 at my local game stores. $50 to $55. Like, Nintendo never puts these on sale. That's the only thing that irritates me about Nintendo. Like, you'll have a brand new, popular title that sells millions of copies on Xbox One, and eventually you can get it for $5 or $10. Nintendo, you have to pay that Nintendo tax on it, where some of these titles just always keep their value, especially Mario titles, but still, wonderful game to get for less than $40. So happy with that. And then this next one, I was so ecstatic to get. My buddy Dean had told me about this game. I had seen reviewers playing it online. This game got a lot of hate and stuff, but I was happy I got the only remaining copy, and that is a copy of Terminator Resistance for Xbox One. Again, another one thanks to that $50 off. I got this one for about $38, and that is an excellent deal for a physical copy. And this was the last physical copy available in my area at GameStop. That one GameStop I had went to originally didn't have any. They were sold out. The guy said they only had like 3 copies they got for pre-orders, and they fulfilled, and that was it. So I went onto GameStop's website and I ordered the game, and then it's said they had them in stock, and then it had a message saying that the item was awaiting availability to be fulfilled, and they were not able to find a copy. And I'm like, oh great, I'm not going to get one. And it just kept pending and pending. So I said, I didn't want to risk not getting a copy. So I was like, well, I'll go onto eBay. So I'm looking on eBay, and that was not a great choice, just because there was only a couple titles on there. And they want $70, $80, $120, and there was only a few copies to choose from. So I was like hoping that I could find one at a local GameStop, so I decided to go on their website and search, and I did up to 50 miles, and I did find a couple that were like 50 miles away, but I happened to find one store that I used to visit all the time back when I lived in that area in the early 2000s, and they happened to have one copy left, so I called up real quick the store just to make sure, because sometimes online the inventory isn't always updated in real time, and sometimes they'll say they have a copy, they don't. And the guy looked through, he's like, oh yeah, I do have it. He's like, yeah, I have it because somebody canceled the pre-order. He's like, I do have to warn you though, it has been opened. He's like, I took the disc out and I put it on display on the sales floor, but it is still for sale. And of course, GameStop considers that brand new. And I asked him, hey, can you hold it for me? He said, sure. So he put it on hold, and I went there and I got, the Mario Odyssey. And then I also picked up this copy of Terminator Resistance. This game is awesome. It's a game that is made by Terminator fans. So the developers of this, they made that Rambo game that everybody hated, which I actually enjoyed. I know my buddy Dean enjoyed it. But this game was made by fans, for fans. It has music in it, the atmosphere, the Terminators, a huge variety of different Terminators you get to fight through. I like the characters in the game. I like the voice acting. and it's just a very fun game that I actually started playing recently. Just went through and had been beat the first little mission area. It's one definitely recommend. Don't rush through it. Take your time. I'm going to talk about this in my weekly playlist that I release on Friday. So definitely make sure you guys check that out tomorrow, which then this video is being filmed here on Thursday. But make sure you check that video on Friday, where I'll talk more in depth about this game. But I was just so happy that I got this copy, because this is going to become one of the rarest releases physically for Xbox One and PS4, because every GameStop is now sold out. Even those ones I checked recently, they were 50 miles away, said they didn't have any copies. The PS4s are all sold out. Best Buy said there's no copies within 400 miles at any of their stores. Target says no copies. Walmart shows no copies. Just you can buy it on there from someone else, and they want like $180 for it. So if you're looking to get a physical copy of this, I highly recommend you get it now. This game just came out on January 7th, and it's already impossible to find. If you go on eBay, you'll have to pay the big bucks, because people are charging, and there's only a few copies available even on there as it is. I did see one recently for like $65, so you'll have to pay for the tax. Pay about like $70 for it. But if it's a copy you want to get and you're a fan of Terminator games, definitely recommend you get it. But this was a wonderful birthday gift to receive, so I was so happy to get both of these from GameStop. And like I said, it was about $38 each with that $50 off gift card that I used for redeeming 50,000 points. So happy to get that. Now we'll end with some stuff I got for my brother. First little stack here, I got some more PSP games. Like I said, I want to build up my PSP collection. He took me to the game store and told me to pick out some games. And so, I picked out these 3. And then he said when he comes back here again, because my mom's actually going to be having her knee replaced, so he's going to be coming back in a few weeks when she has that done. And he said that he'll buy some more games for me for my birthday, because we weren't able to stay at the game store very long. So he said we'll be going back out again when he comes back up here. So for now, I did get these 3 games. So that was really cool. And the first one he got me was Kingdom of Paradise, which I had not heard anything about. But this is a fun little action-adventure RPG game, which I'll also talk about this in tomorrow's episode of the weekly playlist. Very fun game, and highly recommend it. It is great. It has great voice acting, and I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. Definitely like that. I also got another Lord of the Rings game, and I'd never even played this one or heard of it, but this was the Lord of the Rings Tactics for PSP. So this is a tactical RPG game. It says you can play as Gandalf, Sauron, or any of the 10 other heroes and villains from the trilogy as you decide the fate of Middle-earth. Build a massive army, equip your soldiers or minions with hundreds of items, upgrades, and skills. Enemies become allies. Good and evil fight on the same side for the first time in an exclusive Wi-Fi multiplayer mode, so that's kind of cool. And then seize the high ground. Take turns simultaneously against up to 3 friends on famous Middle-earth battlefields in this turn-based RPG. So I definitely look forward to checking it out. And it is complete. And then so was that, I didn't show you guys, but so is that Kingdom of Paradise, which is actually in my PSP right now. So I was happy to get both of those. And the last PSP game I got, which I had actually not played this one before, is Star Wars Battlefront, but this is Renegade Squadron, which I heard really good things about this game, and that some of the stuff that was supposed to go into Battlefront 3 actually made its way, since that got canceled, into this one with like space battles and ground battles and being able to rotate between the two. It says it has a new story, play an untold story of the rebellion as part of Han Solo's Renegade Squadron. So looks like Han Solo is a focus of it. Looks like you have Chewbacca and some other rebels and stuff. But I've always loved the Battlefront games. Those new ones from EA are pretty much shit. I mean, they're okay to play, but they're not like these old classic ones. It was also complete. There is one more. I think it's called Elite Squadron. I want to get that for PSP. Now, it is the greatest hits case, but the copy in it was not greatest hits, which doesn't bother me. I'm not someone that hates on like, oh, I hate greatest hits and platinum hits are crap, and I don't like player's choice. I know some people hate them. I don't. That doesn't bother me. I just like having the actual game to play, so I was so happy to get this from my brother. Wonderful game. I can't wait to try out. And then my brother donated some PlayStation 3 games, Xbox 360, and a PS4 title that he had done with and beat. Now, some of these I already had. but some are like will be an upgrade, and others, I can always put in my trade box or just have backups. But this first one I did not have for PlayStation 3, and this was the collector's edition with the steelbook, and that is Beyond Two Souls, has Ellen Page in it. And I remember my brother playing it, and the story looked really good, and definitely was one I wanted to try out. Has the slipcover, and then of course it has a steelbook. I mean, you guys know I love my steelbook, so I was so happy to get this. My brother had just beat it, and he's like, I'm not gonna ever play it again, so that's why I'm giving it to you. And it was also complete. He also said he did not redeem the digital content in the back, so I don't know if it's a code or yeah, it's a code. Now it claims it expired in 2016, but a lot of times I found that the codes still work even years after. So we'll try out and see if the code works or not. But definitely was happy to get this because I did not have this one and I have wanted to try it out. So that was a cool gift. This next one here for PS4 is a game I've been talking about that I actually wanted to get for the PS4, and now I don't have to. My brother gave this to me because he actually just bought the collector's edition brand new for $50 at a GameStop by his house. They had one left there, and they marked it down from the 120 that it was to $50, and so he picked it up. And that is a copy of Days Gone, that zombie game, which I've heard really good things about, and it's one I wanted to get. I was planning to get it this year, and now I don't have to, thanks to my brother. So, Mike, thanks so much for this, man. I can't wait to try it out. I've seen gameplay videos of this, the big hordes and fighting the zombies, and I love zombies and zombie games. And this is a great exclusive for the PS4, and I can't wait to check it out. And I do like that cool artwork they have on the inside cover there. That looks awesome. So happy to get this game. Not sure when I'll jump into it. As I've got so many games now I'm playing as it is. I don't want to add another one to the mix. And I shared in that goals video that there are some games from last year I want to beat. So I don't want to start another one right now. But I do plan to get to this eventually this year. But I'm so happy to have Days Gone. This is a wonderful title. If you've got a PS4, definitely pick this up. This is a must-have if you're a fan of zombie games. Great title. Now for PS3, pretty much think I have all these already. Yeah, I have all of these already, but they're great games anyways. First up was God of War 3 for PS3, which I love the God of War series, and this one was awesome. It's also complete. Even has the old stickers of the old X games we used to go to, which I'm leaving on there. My buddy owned that store, went out of business years ago. Got so many wonderful things, consoles from him. He helped build up my collection, so that's just memories for me, so those stickers stay on there forever. So happy, and will not get rid of this copy either because of that. Also got God of War Origins collection, which is great, and it is complete. I absolutely love the PSP God of War games, which I actually have here, and that's what these are, where they release them for you to play on PS3, where they're remastered for the PS3 and extra content and stuff. So happy to get that. And then they also got me God of War collection, so they remade God of War 1 and 2 for the PS3. Now, this is the greatest hits. I already have a regular copy, but, I do like these red cases. And God of War is awesome, so I don't mind having a backup copy, and none of these copies are actually for trade, so I'm not going to put any of my God of Wars for trade. I want to just have them as backup copies, so keeping those for sure. And then, last PS3 game he gave me was a copy of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, which I actually have this. They recently re-released this, I think, on the PS4, and I know they did re-release it on the Nintendo Switch. Wonderful RPG. One of my favorite characters in it is Mr. Drippy, which I actually have a giant Mr. Drippy plush that my wife got me a few years ago, and he's sitting in the game room. And I absolutely love his voice acting, because he actually is a Welsh actor, so he has that Welsh accent that I really like. And it's just a great story, and one that I need to get back into beat. Of course, there's so many games that I have to go back and finish, that I have to prioritize certain games and stuff. But definitely one I would love to beat. Tons and tons of hours you can get in this RPG. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. It is cool. And then the last two here are 360 games, which I already have. But they'll just be backup copies. And the first one is the original Mass Effect, which I absolutely love. This game from BioWare. This game was awesome. It's actually my favorite of the 3 Mass Effect games. Absolutely huge world, tons of decision, tons of characters, lots of abilities, tons of planets to go to, and a really involved story. Has some famous voice actors like Keith David, like his voice in the game. He's in the game as one of the main characters, and it's just fun. You can play as either a male or female shepherd. Great game. absolutely recommend it. And it was also complete and in really good condition. Just gotta take off these old stickers on it, but be a nice backup copy to have for that. And then the last thing he gave me was a copy of Mass Effect 2, which for me, for my variants, which I'm not going for really big ones on 360, I have the collector's editions, but I do not have a regular copy of Mass Effect 2, so that's pretty cool. I'll have that. Has both this and it has a manual, and again, in really good condition. See, my brother really takes care of his stuff. He doesn't have any kids. It's just him in his house. He just has a cat, Callie, and she doesn't do anything to games and stuff. So he takes care of his stuff. And then when he's done with them, he donates them to. So, it was nice of him. As a nice little birthday gift, he donated all these games to me. He's donated a lot of stuff over the years. If you guys have been with my channel, what you guys have seen over the years, he's donated consoles, he's donated games, t-shirts, he's bought me collectibles, all kinds of really cool stuff. My brother is a really good dude, Mike. Thanks so much, bro. Love you. Really appreciate all the gifts you get, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him when he comes back here in a few weeks. And he said he was going to buy me a couple more things for my birthday, so that's really awesome. But there you go, kind of a small pickups video, not a whole lot of stuff this time, but I did get some wonderful gifts for my birthday, from my wife, from my parents, my brother. Got some awesome stuff, and I was very thankful for everything I got. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see you guys next time.